Hi guys, good evening. And this is our latest update. This is now the final one for Typhoon Carding for this Tuesday, September 27, 2022. And this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000 in partnership with Aboitiz Power and our College Foundation. Sorry guys for not giving you an update yesterday. My body is no longer suitable for more number of hours. So we need some recharge. We need some deep sleep. And by the way, the storm right now, Carding, is now approaching the coastal areas of Vietnam after traversing the Philippine Islands during the evening of Sunday. It made landfall over the northern edge of Polillo Island and later on over the Dingalan Bay in Aurora. Then it crossed Nueva Ecija all the way across Tarlac and moved out across the northern portion of Zambales, and then early morning of Monday, it's already over the West Philippine Sea. It went out of the Philippine Area of Responsibility Monday evening, and right now it's approaching the area of Da Nang in Vietnam. And as you can see here from our latest fast animation, here goes the storm. Actually, the storm, after it made landfall over Luzon, it rapidly weakened into a 165 kph Category 2 typhoon, and then it grew in size once it reached the West Philippine Sea, bringing more rains across MiMaRoPa, Western Luzon, Metro Manila, some portions of Bicol regions as well, due to the enhanced southwest monsoon. This is already the last of the monsoonal effects since by the end of September. It will be the transition period till the end of October. So this will be the last hurrah of the southwest monsoon. Then as Typhoon Noru reorganizes over the South China Sea, it eventually became briefly for just 6 hours a super typhoon. That's around 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Then it already succumbed. Okay, the ice succumbed. It's no longer there, and it's approaching fast the coastal areas of Da Nang. Right now, it's been downgraded from a super typhoon after 6 hours of reaching the second time around, and it's already around 230 kph. But as we speak, maybe it's just around 205. So this typhoon is expected to make landfall over central Vietnam, likely early tomorrow morning between 2 to 5 a.m. So folks down there, especially Filipino communities living over Da Nang, Vietnam, please take all necessary precautions on the effects of this typhoon. Now, over the Philippine Islands, the southwest monsoon is still prevailing over MiMaRoPa, western Visayas, but starting to weaken. And over at Metro Manila, some parts of Bicol region, we have the monsoon trough bringing more thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon or evening, with this amount of downpour creating some flooding in low-lying areas of the metropolis. Now let's go to the east of the Philippine Islands. We have another LPA here which developed. This is LPA 97W. Right now it's currently here, accelerating towards the northwest in the general direction of southern islands of Japan. 97W, once it reaches the Okinawan islands, it's likely to develop into a tropical depression or even tropical storm. Meanwhile, the other tropical storm named Ulat is now over the sea southeast of Japan. This is no longer a threat to any Asian landmass, so Ulat is just a tropical storm over the open waters of the Pacific Ocean. So far, that's the latest from the fast animation. There's nothing in sight over to the east of the Philippine Islands or south of Guam. It's all clear. This is just an area of troughing here, surface trough. And for the zoom in satellite animation, the eye is no longer evident as it moves closer to Vietnam. And let's take a look at the IR from Tropical Tidbits. There you go. The eye disappeared as it moves closer to the coastal areas of Vietnam, and it's likely that the land interaction is taking a toll on this system, and before it makes landfall, more decaying of this typhoon is expected. But watch out for heavy rainfall and some strong winds as well, as it may bring some flooding, wind damage, as well as storm surge over central Vietnam. Here's the track from the Asian agencies multi-tracks, and as you can see, most of them are taking a track towards possible landfall near Da Nang, and the storm is here right now. This is the path that it took. It passed along the northern coastline of Pudillo. It's slightly half of it of the eye wall made landfall, so the worst was felt over the northern islands of the Polillo, and it made landfall finally over Dingalan Bay before it traversed Nueva Ecija and Tarlac. That's why the scope, the damage across these provinces are very clear, that this system is a small type of tropical cyclone, which only these areas encountering major damage from this super typhoon. There's a boat along Dingalan Bay that was pushed hundreds of meters from the mouth of Dingalan Bay into the beachfront areas, and based on the news from the Inquirer, it has this ship contains products costing 7 million pesos, so that's a lot of damage. Okay, and let's hope and pray all of them will be okay, and looking forward for their fast recovery, looking forward for their fast recoveries. And here's the global tracks, okay, on the computer models showing the two cyclone moving away from the Philippine Islands. And here's the windy.com zoom in satellite animation showing you cloudiness generated by the monsoon trough over Luzon, and the southwest monsoon over MiMaRoPa and western Visayas. Over the Bicol region, there are some thunderstorms that formed in some areas. And let's take a look at the rainfall accumulation for the next 3 days until Thursday. We expect more rainfall in the afternoon or evening to occur across major parts of the Philippine Islands, particularly Bicol, Luzon, MiMaRoPa, and Mindanao as well, because of localized thunderstorms. And for the wind forecast from the European model for the next 3 days, by tomorrow afternoon, the storm is no longer a tropical, is no longer a powerful typhoon. Noru will be downgraded into a tropical storm as it moves across Vietnam and into Cambodia or Laos area. And here comes the LPA 97W that could become a small tropical depression or even tropical storm. But this is not a threat to our country, as it is expected to move in the general direction of the southern islands of Japan. And if we move this on Thursday afternoon, the small tropical storm, which is approaching Okinawa, is expected to exit the Philippine area of responsibility. We are no longer focusing. We are not going to issue any updates on this system since it has no or zero threat to our country. And if we take a look, meanwhile, across the coastal areas of Vietnam, another LPA is expected to form here, but it's not a threat to our country. Some monsoonal flow continues to affect the Calayan Island group and the Spratlys, and on Friday, that LPA will start to move towards the Gulf of Tonkin, while the tropical storm over to the east of Okinawa is somewhat slow moving, and on October 1 it will start to recurve towards the sea south of Japan, and we have another LPA here near the coast of Hainan. For the Philippine Islands, we have light winds from the east since it's the start of the transition period for the month of October. So far, there is no tropical cyclone impending across the horizon over the eastern horizon until October 6. So that's good news. But again, in the afternoon or evening, we could expect some rain showers and thunderstorms because of localized thunderstorms. And here's the 24-hour graphical satellite analysis from Typhoon 2000 for the next 24 hours. Here's Noru or Carding making landfall, expected to make landfall over Vietnam by early tomorrow morning. Monsoon trough affecting ports of Luzon and Visayas, southwest monsoon across MiMaRoPa and western Visayas, while tropical disturbance or LPA-97W moves towards the northwest in the general direction of Okinawa with zero threat to our country, and Ulat is expected to become an extratropical as it moves towards the northeast across the open seas of the western Pacific Ocean. So far, that's the latest from our Typhoon 2000, and we will be back again on Thursday to give you more updates on the weather. We will be going back to our usual tropical weather analysis. We are going to change the schedule. That will be on Thursday and Saturday, then Monday again, since we are only reporting every 3 times a week when there's no tropical cyclone activity across the Philippine area of responsibility or within the Philippine area of responsibility and across the Philippine Islands. See you again on Thursday. This is Mike Padua. Stay safe always. Be #WeatherWiser. And thank you so much for watching our channel.